a lot of being a super searcher these days is to use the tools that we already have more creatively and to perhaps expand our definition of what a good answer looks like. And one of those things for me, especially because I haven't been in the habit of doing this, is I am truly trying to learn to love gray literature. All the things that, you know, it doesn't look like traditional authoritative material. And so I always hesitate to give it to a client. And, I had a moment of insight when I was doing this research project for a really niche industry. And they were looking for this particular statistic. And I'd done all kinds of searching, done all kinds of research. And I found, randomly enough, a presentation in SlideShare from this guy that had exactly the study I was looking for and the numbers I was looking for. I couldn't find it. He was quoted in a few other places, but I couldn't find any place where he'd published the results other than this slide deck. I emailed him, asked him if he'd published it. He said, no, this was all there was. I was like, thank you so much. And I sent it to the client. And, I'm going to be honest with you here, and I can't see your faces, so I'm not going to feel shame about this, fortunately. But I felt a little bit, awkward about sending a slide deck to a client for market research. And with the explanation that I reached out to the gentleman and blah, 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 and he seems to be the expert and all this, caveat, caveat, caveat. It was crazy. And the client got back to me and he said it more politely than this, but he was basically like, get over yourself. I'm trusting you as an info pro to get me the best material. If this is what it looks like, that's fine. Again, he said it more diplomatically than that, but it was a real eye opener for me to realize that while we're so accustomed to finding what traditionally looks like authoritative material, what people have encountered out in the world is so much broader now. They've all been living in gray literature because the stuff's all available on the web. And so when we incorporate it selectively with the caveats and the boundaries set upon it, the uncertainties there, but when we're doing that, they trust us. So I realize that, and maybe I'm just speaking for myself here, but I realize I have a lot more judgment about the authority of this information than my clients do. They're looking for the information so they can make a decision. My clients are not looking for perfection. They're looking for an answer to an information need that they can then go do something with. And when we change our perspective to think about it that way, all of a sudden it really expands the universe of what we could find to be acceptable. And so all of the things that I've listed here as, as some of the things that constitute gray literature, these things can be okay. And we need to just expand our, the kinds of things that we feel comfortable sending on to our clients, honestly.